Hi guys, welcome to Forward Thinking. I am your lady driver, Cinnamon. Darrick actually came up with a name, which I think is brilliant because what we're going to be doing is as we're moving forward, I am going to be thinking out loud. Darrick, during the daytime, he let me take the day shifts, and then that way I can have a little bit more fun sightseeing and seeing all these really cool things. And sometimes, you know, when he's in the back sleeping, I'll see some stuff that I'm like, hey, I really want to point out to him. So this is a way I can actually share it with him too. Like, you know, later or whatever. And plus I always have a bunch of thoughts, especially going through cities and all that other stuff. I don't know. I love show and tell. It's my favorite. But anyway, we wanted to start this segment just so this babbling brook can lay out some of her words for the day, show you guys some cool things that we get to see, and also show you guys what we see in our like while we're driving and stuff. So if anybody's even curious about driving or wants to know what it's like, this is actually a good way to start, is in the rain. We are very, very blessed with the fleet owners that we have, and when they were walking us through a bunch of things, they gave us a couple of tips, which I use all the time. And one of them was, you know, don't use your cruise control when it's raining and stuff. So speed limit is 70. I'm going about, well, GPS says 62 right now, so kind of going between 62, 65, just depending. If it was windy, I'd probably go slower, obviously. But Rain-X is a very good thing to invest for sure. It helps make the beads on your windshield a little bit bigger, and you can see a little bit better too. So right now it is fall, it is November, and there's still some beautiful leaves out. And if you guys are new to this channel, I love trees. I don't hug them or anything, but I do enjoy them. So kind of cool we get to see some of the fall colors still here before winter totally sets in. But yeah. So if you guys can kind of, another pointer that our fleet owners gave us when they first were taking us through a tour of the truck, something new going from hot shot to driving in an Expediting, is the front mirrors for sure. And actually those are the best to see if somebody's in your blind spot, so it's really awesome. You want to check your side mirrors every like 7 to 8 seconds. You just kind of want to know who's around your truck, and so you're not kind of surprised, especially by the one convertible that like speeds past your truck. But something cool is front mirrors. That's great for your blind spot. So right now, when I'm checking my side, I can see, and I usually use the side top mirror the most to see if I'm in the lines and to see who's coming. And then if I'm going to make a turn or anything, I obviously should have my turn signal on way ahead of time. And then right before I check, obviously you check the mirrors, have your turn signal on, then right before I go over, the last thing I'll check real quick is that front mirror, because it'll definitely point out if you have anybody coming in your blind spot. On your passenger side, that front mirror is good for a blind spot, and also I can see that I'm in the lines and stuff. And the top side mirror also, which is really cool. And another awesome thing is that when Darrick is driving and I take over, the only thing I really have to change with the mirrors is that top right one over there, which is awesome. So something else that I learned that is, I don't know if it's the newer trucks or what, but when the windshield wipers are on, you can't turn your lights off, because the law is that when your windshield wipers are on, your lights need to be on. But usually something you want to do is when you are allowing a truck to go over, you want to turn off your lights, your headlights, and turn them back on. If it's during the nighttime, because flashing your brights does kind of hurt your eyes at night. But during the day, you can just flash your brights. So if it's raining and it's at night, since I can't turn my lights off then on, and when I mean by off, I mean like still have the parking, you know, lights on. But to signal them to come over, I will use my brights, like a slow, you know, turn them on, off, on, and off. So those are my tips for the day. Right now we are in Indiana. And it being November, I always remember during October for Halloween, it was always really cold. Being in Ohio, you'd have to wear long sleeves underneath your costume, and sometimes that would kind of ruin your costume. Like it wouldn't look as cool, but you know, you try. So this is kind of normal for this time of year. Right now it's 49 degrees. And actually just decided to downpour right before I started doing this. It was just sprinkling a little bit, but that's okay. And when you're letting people over, you want to give a little bit more room because of this. They completely flashed them up right. And then over. And then as you have like an ongoing ramp, he's my buddy. Ongoing ramp, you kind of want to see in your front side mirror. You'll be able to see if somebody's coming on the on-ramp. So I'll look between that mirror and the side mirror. And if nobody's over in your left hand, then I usually get over for them, you know. But look at these colors, guys. It's beautiful. Today's Wednesday that I'm recording this. So it's midweek. We've had a good week so far. We're lined up for our minimum right now. So hopefully we'll get a good load tomorrow. But I have a couple of different videos and stuff of things I want to talk about on different things, which I'm really excited for. So you guys will have to let me know if you guys like the view of being able to see our side mirrors and everything too. The number one thing that drives me crazy in the rain is if somebody doesn't have their lights on. Even when I was driving regularly before I was in a truck, I had my lights on all the time, because when you have your lights on, you can see, I think it's like even a mile away during the daytime. And so you always want people to be able to see you. But Darrick and I are enjoying this. There's so many just really cool things that, I don't know, we're actually enjoying the road. The cats were fighting yesterday, and Darrick looked at me and he's like, isn't this nice being on the road together, all four of us? But we're really enjoying that. We'll definitely have to, I just have so many ideas and stuff I wanted to talk to you. But this is an introductory video, just to kind of throw this out there, see what you guys think. Yeah, we're trying a different time also for us to be on the road. We're adjusting our shift, something that helped us figure this out. We'll definitely let you guys know how it works and everything. But what we did was, with our loads that we've gotten so far, we wrote down what times they pick up and deliver, and so then we did a chart. So then we got basically the average of the time when, you know, it would be nice for both of us to be awake to help each other load and stuff, you know, because you have we don't use up all of our hours, because we don't do like coast to coast or anything like that. So we have times where we can both be on duty and everything, and it's completely fine. So what we did was we did a chart of our average pick up and drop off times, and so we can kind of schedule around then, so then we'd both be up around those times. So we're trying it out, seeing how it works. It's always nice when you guys can both be on duty and like the other person can help one person back up and everything like that. So it's not that it's hard to back up, but I do have a little bit of a tendency, I think I'm getting better, but of being just slightly crooked. And if it's one of those docks where, you know, it's just a little bit too crooked, then you have to readjust, and you have, you know, your TCU, your temperature control unit off, so, you know, when you're getting up to the dock. And so then having to readjust yourself, it just takes longer, and it has you know, the potential to have your temperature go out of range and all that. So it's nice to get it on the first try and everything. But practice takes perfect. Or perfection takes practice. I don't know how you want to say that. I can't think of what I'm just saying right now. I don't know. This is different thinking that this is recording. It's different than a live because usually I can just read the comments and go from there and stuff, but I don't know. It'll be cool also when I can show you guys different cities and different things we got going on there, but you guys know how much I love the fall colors, so we thought, you know, what better way to have this one be our first one. So yeah. By the way, I think you guys, when I was coming up with different names of different friends, is what I call the truckers who say thank you with your lights when, you know, I let you over. So being in Indiana, it's who's your friend. I kind of realized that if you flash them as soon as you pass them, like, you want to leave some room obviously for them to get over before you let them over, and you want to make sure it's when they're actually looking and stuff, because I've had it where, like, I pass and I don't really look until I know that I'm, you know, before I'm getting in front of them and stuff, but I don't really look until I know I'm at least past a certain point. And so I think I was flashing people to get over, and then they wouldn't look until later, and I didn't realize that, and then they'd get over and not say thank you because they didn't see me flash, you know, the lights for them to get over. So my feelings were hurt and they didn't need to be. I don't know, I enjoy driving through Indiana because it's flat, it's got some hills and stuff, but nothing that caused you to majorly brake like when you're in West Virginia and stuff. Indianapolis roads are awful, but other than that, it's not too bad. So like right now, I hate when, you know, Darrick's sleeping and I think he might actually get some sleep, and then we go through a part where the roads are just awful. It makes me feel really bad. And that poor guy, every time we were able to stop and stay at a place, I'm thinking, oh great, he'll get some sleep. We stopped at a place in Olive Branch, Mississippi, and the poor guy didn't get any sleep because they decided to do all their landscaping. So we parked there, we were stopped, and they had this whole lawn crew on there. I love seeing farmhouses and stuff too. But they had this whole lawn crew. There's just on the side that we were at, there was about 6 or 7 guys that had their blowers on, their weed whackers, and their hedge trimmers, and then they pulled out the Bobcat and they were putting stones in because they blew out all the mulch there and everything. And so you kept hearing the backup beeping, really loud beeping noise, you know. They had that, and then when that started happening, I was just shaking my head like, oh man, I feel so bad for him. And then to top that off, the fire alarm apparently went off at that Flying J, and so then a fire truck came with sirens, and it was like right near our vehicle, and I'm like, oh man, like, I just felt so bad for him. But I feel like there's a lot of things when you're on the road you have to get used to, and I feel like the sleeping aspect is getting a little bit better, which is definitely helping. So it does help that we don't take the longest runs, so if we need to stop, then we can, which is really nice. So I'll be doing more of these, of course, and I have some other things that I want to leave for the next one. But if you guys have any questions just about driving and just what we've experienced, I figured, you know, since we're new to this, anytime I learn something new, I'm gonna wanna, ooh, that's cool. Like on the side there. I'm gonna wanna share. I like to share what I learn, not because I think that I know it all, obviously. I don't know a lot, you know, there's so much to learn, but when I learn something new, I love to learn, and I love to share it, because I figure, you know, well, if it's something new that I didn't know, then I'm sure that there's other people who didn't know it either. So if you guys have any questions, if I can answer, I will, and if not, we have a really good community on this channel that helps answer questions and stuff, which is really nice. So just wanted to, in this first one, kind of talk about the mirrors and letting people over and stuff. Figured that was a good place to start, and to show you guys the beautiful fall colors. I'm gonna see if we're gonna go past. I love seeing, well, you can see like there's a bunch of corn that's been taken down, so we've had to move over for farmers and stuff being on the roads, which I never let any of that bother me. I know some people get so upset about, you know, them being slow, but drive a truck. We're slow too, a lot slower than, you know, fast little cars can get around us and stuff. And plus, man, that's a lot of hard work to be a farmer. We need them. It's like we need truck drivers. But a lot of the farms, or a lot of the corn's been taken off right now, and I love seeing cows, which I haven't seen any yet right now, which makes me sad, but that's okay. Don't have anybody over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get over. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but the one thing that drives me crazy too is you get over for a vehicle that's pulled over that has hazard lights on and everything, and then somebody sees that you get over, and they have to slow down for you to get over, and then they speed up past you. It's like, I got over for the person who's pulled over. Patience is such a valuable, you know, thing. Thank you very much for riding with me, guys. For any comments, leave. Thank you for just checking this out. If you like this video, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. If you like the views of the side windows and everything, let me know. If you like the tree colors as much as I do, let me know. And let me know, you know, how you guys' week's doing, what the temperature's like, and all that fun jazz. And if you guys have any questions or anything about, you know, that you want answered, either I can try and answer them if I know, and if not, our community will probably take care of you. So thank you guys for watching. I don't really have like a sign out thing. I'm gonna have to give me some ideas what I could say when I'm ending this. The air horn is when we end our videos together, so I'm gonna have to think of something else, but looking forward to the next video. How about that? Alright guys, thank you.
Can break me.